I have a spiritual daughter that has been pursued for years by a man who claims to be a practitioner of voodoo, and who wanted to take her life, because after he'd abused her as a young child, he didn't think that she would ever be able to speak, and so when she realized that her little sister was also undergoing the same abuses, then she spoke up and went to the authorities. And the guy, because he was able to bribe the authorities, he was able to be released in 2 days. And they lost the kit that the test, the results for the test that they did at the hospital for the little girl.
Yeah.
And so for like 5 years, he had been searching for that older sister that I've had to move from safe house to safe house, 20 different safe houses, to stay one step ahead of him. And he claims, he confesses to the different things that he's done, the different killings that he's done in order to find this girl, and the different groups that he's called upon through the mediation of voodoo in his testimony to try to get to this girl. And he has done many evil things to her, things that are inexplicable, naturally speaking, such as, we had her hidden in a particular house, and this house is locked from the inside, and the owner sleeps with the key in his pocket, and she's sleeping inside. But in the middle of the night, at like 2 or 3 a.m. or something, the gate is knocked on, not the door, but the gate outside. And there are people that brought back the girl. And they had to unlock the padlock with the key in his pocket, the owner of the house, to go outside to get the girl that was inside, who got out without the door being unlocked, without the padlock being opened. And now this happened, it was very mysterious. And this happened in a location that was very far from this man, in a location that he did not know, that was not revealed. Somehow, he says it, this is again his own testimony, I've used my powers, my connections in the voodoo world to be able to locate her. We were able to get her, but every time we get to her, you always mess it up with your stupid prayers. We knew that you'd be trouble for us the moment you took her under your wings. And so, because I keep reminding them that Jesus is Lord, and as Lord, he has purchased with his blood everyone who decides to receive him in faith and in baptism. And this girl has received Jesus in faith and wants to follow Jesus and nothing else. And so not only with this girl are we fighting the spirits that want her to serve them in voodoo, we have to say no, she's purchased, she will serve Jesus and Jesus only, but also we're fighting this other negative force that is trying to harness all the different powers around the country to get to her. And they always seem to get to her, to find her, to the point where one day she was literally in the middle of the day sleeping in the upstairs of a house. Her door is locked. Her husband went out to pick up a phone, and there's people downstairs. She sees 2 men walk into the room. They didn't open the door. 2 men that just walked into the room, starting searching for a document. They were searching for her passport. And when she's like, what the heck are you guys doing? They grabbed her, took her for clothes, threw her to the ground, tied her hands behind her back and tied her legs behind her back. And proceeded to do some other things, unfortunately. And they kept looking for the documents. And they found her passport. They also found her test results from a medical exam that she did, because we were trying to use that to see if she could get some kind of medical parole to get out of the country, because this girl was literally being hunted down.
And so this one specific fellow, or does he have a group?
Well, he's one, and he claims that his family is with him. Yeah. But he also calls upon different groups from different locations.
Yeah. Have you encountered him several times? Do you know where he is?
I know, generally speaking, where he is.
And so, because you don't have these test results, the authorities can't do anything. Do you ever just wish, as a Christian priest, you could go beat the living shit out of him?
Yes, absolutely.
And why don't you do that? Because it seems like that would be a fabulous idea. But maybe I'm a sinner.
It does
not
seem.
Maybe. I am a sinner, but...
So am I. It does seem like a fabulous idea. However, there are other consequences. When you poke the hornet's nest, you have to be prepared, right? Because I'm not the only one that is, because again, he's not alone, right? And so his being not alone.
You know what you need to do is call on your Episcopal brothers. I hear they have a hookup.
It's Thursday, was that a low blow? So
Yeah.
there are
So
other people involved. There are other people also at risk, including the siblings, the younger siblings of this girl, her mother. They're all at risk because he's promised to kill them all. Once he finds her, to do
safe?
to her,
Is she safe?
she's
Now?
safe in the Lord. I cannot say any more about it, but the older sister, is safe in the Lord, and he's pissed. He is pissed. I spoke of this. I denounce crap like that. We had a huge charismatic congress, and I was preaching against authorities that get bribed to release abusers and to hurt victims. And somebody told him about that. He wasn't very happy. Yeah, he sent me some choice words. But that's when he also began to confess everything that he's done because he wants me to get scared. He's like, I did this and I did that. Remember that guy that was texting you on that particular day? Yeah. Remember that day when you were at the cemetery?
Yeah.
And you were blessing the tombs? I had people there, just so you know.
And
I know
he's
what's
not
going
bluffing,
on.
you don't think?
He's not bluffing. Yeah. No, he's not bluffing. He knows the information that he reveals are too unknown for him to be bluffing. But again, the cool thing is this.
Wouldn't it be cool though? Just hear me out, right? Because I know you want to have like Haitian missionaries and all that, but like, what if what's going on?
Is that what do you call it? What is that?
That's a.
That's a
no, I don't
remote.
have one. You know, what if we got Shane Smith Thursday, Jacob Imam for some reason, and you just brought people down to bring the Bible and the sword. I mean, I can see why it seems like a good idea sometimes, you know. Like,
but you know what though? Here's my prayer. My prayer is one, Lord, protect those kids, protect that family, deliver them in all ways, spiritually and socially. I need them to be able to find some kind of refuge elsewhere.
Yeah.
And we've tried with the U.S. I'm very frustrated with the State Department. Very frustrated because. We try. I can't say too much because I don't know who's going to be watching.
I know it sounds like I'm just venting, but there's a sense in which what I'm saying, I mean, if the authorities aren't protecting this girl, whether the reason is good or not, and you have reasons to think that she will be harmed and that he is most certainly the fella who abused her, then shouldn't a Christian man take things into his own hands at that point? To some degree? Now, I don't know what that means.
I think at this point, what it means is...
Well, what does it mean?
We go on to the Lord, and we let the Lord act.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. Before you go, do us a favor, leave a comment, let us know what you thought of the video, like, and subscribe.